So we were just sitting there thinking, like, are we crazy? Should we really, really be doing this? And yet there's nothing else sorry, it gets me teared up, just because it's meant so much to us.
It's not a journey Morgana Wingard and her husband, Jacob Bester, expected to go on. And yet, 10 months into a global pandemic, here they are, in an Airstream, driving cross-country to collect stories from the survivors of COVID-19.
They're processing what they've been through, and that emotion comes out. A lot of people haven't been able to fully share their story because there's not everyone's willing to listen.
The Brooklyn couple lost their jobs early on during the pandemic, but quickly saw similarities between this moment in history and their work in Liberia in West Africa during the Ebola outbreak 6 years ago. During that time, they documented stories of survivors of Ebola, and they decided to do the same thing here, but for COVID.
It's been crazy to me how similar a lot of the psychology around the two outbreaks has been. I never would have expected them to be so similar. So one of the things that I noticed was how much disbelief there was with both.
Story after story is shared on their Instagram page called simply COVID-19 Survivor Diaries. Frontline workers, some who are now long haulers, COVID-19 deniers who became dangerously ill, to those who were once the epitome of health and wellness, suddenly on ventilators. It was a journey that began in the 5 boroughs with the initial goal of creating awareness. Now it's on the road, in their Airstream, and yes, with a cat in tow. Their Instagram page will soon be a documentary.
The second goal, which is kind of more for the future, is documenting and collecting these stories for the future, so we can have a record of what happened, and individually what was happening in people's lives, how they got it, what happened to their bodies as they were going through it, mentally, physically.
It's not without sacrifice. Aside from a Jeep sponsorship that's provided their mode of transport, the couple is making no income, and yet they say they are compelled to carry on.
It has been this huge honor to get to meet people, and I take it as this honor that people are willing to trust us with their stories.
Narmeen Chaudhry, Pix 11 News.